It's a Japanese word. So what does Miyawaki means is that you create an urban forest. See, today our mindset is that what will happen? It's so barren. The business is gone. Everything is gone. Salary is cut. Some business totally gone out of model. If you are in today in hotel business, restaurant business, airline business, car business, I mean, it's really gone. Nothing is happening. Even in fashion business, the business is gone. And it will take some time before the business comes to somewhat a model where you can make money. So what do one do? So it is like now the forest has to be created where all types of forest, tall trees, short trees, shrubs, grass, all has to grow in a place. And if that has to happen, that is what is called Miyawaki. So it's called an urban forest. So I thought that's a very apt word to be used at this moment. And let me briefly tell you about why I should be talking about this subject. I have gone through different facets of life. I did my schooling from military school. I'm an engineer by education. Then I did my IM business management. I'm part of a cohort of IM who are done very well in their life. They have been the first real group of batch of entrepreneurs. A lot of my batch mates are today big entrepreneurs, have businesses which is worth $1 billion built in from 1989. So they moved 89 to 91, they started moving to their own. So I was fortunate to be a part, and today, like in simple terms, today when I really look at myself, I realize we are lucky few who has really got this group of guys who talk business, discuss everything. Like today, if I look at, when I look, my next chart will tell you this group of IM Ahmedabad cohort, I have 7 WhatsApp group. In 7 WhatsApp group, we discuss books, we discuss sports, we discuss angel investing, we discuss share market, we discuss health and technology, and of course, shairi and fun. So, and one happy birthday group so that nobody gets disturbed. So we are completely updated with what is happening across the world because people are in US, people are in UK, people are in Singapore, Hong Kong. So you know what's happening in life at any moment of time, and you're really getting updated to the activities and market conditions of that share markets or anything, industry, technology, virus, whatever it is. So you get to know all that, and that's very, very helpful. So with that, then I realized that I've gone through gamut of became finally president, and then was managing several countries. So then worked with Ansel, Henkel, and built a lot of brands. You can see a lot of brands which are there. Let me mute some of the people. I think we have to mute 1 minute.
How much water you get?
So I'm muting others. So sorry for this. So when you look at, then you realize that when you build brands over a period of time, you know that you build #1 brands. So how do you go about? And I think business is all about brands. That is where you get value. If you're not building brands, you don't get value for what you are doing, and you become a commodity. And a commodity, there is no price. You don't dictate the price. So it is very, very important. So I had built a lot of #1 brands in the niche categories. Even today, what my last success story was the deodorant brand, where you haven't seen any advertising. Today is #1 brand in the country with around 6% market share, versus which a lot of people have advertised. This was built in 8 to 9 years time, and it's today almost a 200 crore business. So you can build brands without much advertising, even in highly competitive category, if you get your ideas right. So what is your differentiator? What is your concept? All that, if it works, I think then it really does the job. Then I had fairly short 3 stints in entrepreneurship. What has happened is the 3 entrepreneurship, first was in 1994 to 1996. I came back to job, and then again 1 stint when I was in the job, I promoted hotel with my brother, so that's still going on. And third is now when I decided that I finally give my full role into what I love doing. So that's what has happened, and that's how I feel I understand what is need and what I've gone through in my 3 phases of business. what people really need. And that is what makes the journey of any individual. What people do look for, what I was looking for when I was entrepreneur. I was missing an entrepreneur, I was missing a mentor, I was missing how to manage the money, I was missing how to look at ideas, I was missing how to build brands today. All that came in later, and today I'm in a position to tell, okay, I'm good enough to tell you this is not working, this is what was working. And today when I'm promoting my own FMCG business, which is today running rate it's 1 year time, we are running rate of 5 crores. Hopefully it will be 25 crores in 2 years and maybe 50 crores. And building an FMCG business, I'll just mute some people.
I request everyone to please mute yourself.
I think everybody is mute. I think someone is not mute, so it is sound in the background is disturbing. So when you think about what you need to do, if you have clarity, it is much easier. All the examples which I gave, one is Prill dishwashing liquid, which you must be familiar with, because I am still familiar, because in this Corona times, I'm again using that liquid to do the dishes. So when we used to start that concept of dishwashing, today it's #1 in the market. You take KSDOs, which is #1, then surgical gloves, which is #1, premium gloves. So you can create your own niche and successful stories of success in the marketplace. And if you get it right, nothing to beat this business, because all are profitable. Now, if I look at even surgical gloves, one example which I can give. Normally people say a glove is a glove. Why? What is so great about that? So everybody used to sell to hospital, and then you sell at 10 rupees and government hospital sells you at 65, 70 rupees to the patient. We started the first group to start gloves selling at 75 rupees, 3,000 rupees, 200 rupees. So it's completely changed the paradigm of what used to be a surgical glove. And that built a market. Today it's a 100 crore plus business, very successful, even in this current time. So all that has helped me, and to build to today, I feel that I should be in place to tell you that success leaves clues. So if you understand the clues well, then there is a fair chance you will have a successful model to build a business. Of course, there were many mistakes, there were many failures which I have done in my life, which I'm in position to tell that these are the failures you don't do, you avoid that. So failures teach you, and it's a good experience, but I learned at someone's cost, and maybe at my also on my personal cost in one of the business ventures which I did. So what is entrepreneurship? Actually, entrepreneurship is a personal growth engine disguised as business pursuit. So everybody, why does people talk about entrepreneurship? Because actually it is very personal. He or she is very excited about the concept. And because you are excited about your concept, your idea, your thought, you want to convert into a business passion. So everybody has heard about Ikigai, what I love doing, what the world loves, what I get paid for, what I enjoy doing. So if you get the right spot, that is your Ikigai. So if you get that, it's never easy. Before that, you must realize passion is not necessarily can be converted into a monetary venture. Because if you like music, maybe you like music, but if you're not fantastically good at it, you may not be able to monetize. End of the day, any entrepreneurship, you will have to monetize. You could have, and I'm happy that all of you here, that you are doing and hearing this. So what is the current situation? We are in a future with no history to learn from and no past to guide us. Normally, any business model, you will have a trend line. You said, past we were doing this way, the future will be like this. Today, suddenly, there is no past. The past is totally losing relevance in many businesses. It's completely gone. Lifestyle product, completely gone. Today, Raymond is talking about selling your masks, selling gloves, all the stuff besides selling their old cloth. They're attempting to sell clothes, but factories, people are not going to buy clothes because then they don't have the occasion to wear that. If you don't have occasion to wear that, today government is restricting people that if there is a marriage, you cannot have more than 50 people. So if more than 50 people is not there in a marriage, the big bang marriage, Indian marriage is gone and you don't have clothes to use. So why do you need clothes? So your business model is out of the window. So you'd have to think through how do you make a business. Yes, Can you make a mask of 400 rupees? Can you make a mask of 5,000 rupees? Can you give a mask which you take, breathes air, refresh it, keeps it cool, and throws out the waste air, so that your face is cool all the time? So you'll find value-added mask which will be created in next, designer mask. So all those things will happen. So economy will fundamentally look different, so how it is today and from what it will be tomorrow. So what has really radically changed is actually the habits. Our habits have totally changed. Like what was today when you suppose your parent, most of you must be parents of children, and when you tell your children, don't look at your mobile so long, you have to go and study, don't work on computers. Today you have to tell them, go and study, your homework is on your WhatsApp, your homework is on your laptop, please go. And all student education has gone into your online. So you restricting your times online has gone into online education. And is it going to change dramatically? No. I think gradually a lot of homeworks all will start becoming online. I think that's the way. Online space in whatever you do is going to be one way of future, because social distancing is not going to go away quickly. People will be scared of what it is, still a vaccine coming, and we don't know after Corona 1 what is Corona 2, what is Corona 3. We don't know what next. This is the first time this cohort of this people have started seeing this kind of situation where people are not aligned to what can happen. Yes, if you are in 1920, you had that Spanish flu. Yes, you knew that 2 million people would die and didn't have medical care, and this thing happened. But today, everybody wants to be careful. 1 lakh people have died in the US, and that what next? People are trying to be normal, but suddenly everybody is fearful about what he is doing. We have developed practices which were not there. Like you keep your clothes outside, shoes outside, wash your hands so many times, you sanitize it, and wash your vegetables with sodium bicarbonate, keep it outside. So many things we are doing which we would have not done earlier anytime. So habits have totally changed. So based on these habits, so while I was working on this, what are things which a businessman or an entrepreneur needs to look at? So I brought this into a blueprint, which I call 6 steps to rapidly grow your business and profits. So first is I call the self-mastery. It is the growth mindset and goals. I think the mindset is the most critical aspect of everyone. If your mindset, considering the scenario you're in, will really be impacted. So I'll little bit touch upon that. Then what is your niche, what you are good at, how do you discover that? Then how do you build your personal brand? If you're in business, you're a solopreneur or a small business, your personal brand becomes very important. With this today, with digital world becoming, the phone becoming so much important in our life, it is very, very important to have your personal brand. And then fourth is, if you already have a business, how do you leverage the things that you already have? Or what do you look at to leverage your system? Fifth is how to rhythmize. So any business has to have a rhythm, or some people call it system. I call it rhythm. If you get your rhythm right, means you can always convert into a profitable and large case business. That is what is FMCG, because as soon as you add consumers to your business, it becomes larger and larger. That's what it is. And for a small business, what you need to look at to really break out from your current scenario. Am I moving too fast, or it's okay? You can reply me in chat. I think we are not.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
sir.
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. First one is self-mastery. I will just quickly go into. So mindset. So mindset mastery, and I will not go into too much detail. I'll just see mindset is what we see and what we think. Normally we have imaginary fears. We have fears of the future, which is imaginary. And we also extrapolate what is happening in the past. So we are never in the present moment, that we take action to move on to the next opportunity area. We are always caught in the dilemma. Mine is such a way, because 40 GB of information is pumped onto you from various sources, whether TV, people, your noise, or your newspaper. So much information is coming to you, and your brain can take only 10% of that information, and then brain processes that information through a model which is called DDG, delete, distort or generalize. So by that process, you take a model, simplify those what you want to hear, simplify those what you think, rationalize that this is how things happen. If this is happening like this is the outcome which will happen. So you don't listen to what next statement. So you generalize. So all that's how your brain works. So mine is what matters a lot. So let me give you an example. There was a shark and a fish, maybe someone of you have heard. So a marine biologist carried an experiment with a shark and a fish. When the shark sees the fish in a tank, he will first go and eat that fish because that's what it goes and wants to do, and that's what it lives and eats. Now, what happens, what he did as an experiment, he put a glass barrier at the center. Now, when the shark goes to eat that fish, it hits that glass, right? So after 1 hour, the shark stops doing it because he believes there is a barrier which is not allowing him to reach that fish. So after 1 hour, if you remove this glass, the shark will still not go and eat this fish. That's how our mind is. Our mind also makes a lot of assumptions about what it is, and then we are fearful about what it's going to happen. We have a lot of imaginary fears. So it's very, very important that we should not have the barrier of fear in our mind at this time. So most of them has already started. If this is going to happen, if some companies have reduced 20% of their people, so what is going to happen? Am I going to be the next? So that fear sets in, and then you start doing something which is not in line with your behavior. Fear takes on you, and then fear of flight, and that behaviors do not help you to be doing what you should ideally be doing. So this is the mindset. So we need to have a mindset which is not fearful, but we need to work. We are all seeded by experiences. We just don't need to give up because we have failed in past. Because
Hansi, can you just stop it? I am on the call. I can't hear.
So if you just change it, and then if you make it happen.
So I request to mute everyone.
Yeah, I'm muting. Mute all. Just a minute. So if you don't take care of your mindset, which is the most important thing today, I think that's a critical path in what you do next. In fact, the business opportunity which is arising under the corona times is mental coaching, wellness coaching, health coaching. All these are opportunities which have arose, and it has become much more. Who would have thought that Zoom will be an opportunity for people to talk, do webinars, paid webinars, discuss goal setting? All that would not have happened. Today it is happening, and this is becoming more and more, and it will become more as we go along, because people will still take time to go on holidays. They will still be caught up in their home and have to keep on learning. I think the best way to keep going ahead is to learn new skills, develop new skills, learn the digital media. All this will help all of us to become a better entrepreneur. So what is the mindset? Is attitude, behavior, action, results, and that involves in. So what type of conversation you yourselves are having? Are you surrounding yourself with positive persons? Negative persons will always tell you that this is not happening. If 5 times someone tells you, you also start thinking, yeah, it becomes doubtful about yourself. If someone tells you, yeah, money doesn't grow on trees, it goes into your mind, money doesn't go in. Most of us has reflected. Do you think money goes? Parents may have told you, teacher has told you, and the result of that, you always think money doesn't come easy. So if money doesn't come easy, it will never come easy to you. How come some people make more money than you? So I think first and more important thing is how to make the view that your mindset change, that money can happen. It's an outcome of what you start doing. And if you are able to get your customers to like your product, then the outcome of that will be good money is coming to you net. So are you in your problem solving mindset, or are you, can we do this mindset? Like today I have a team of 35 people in the field force in the country. They've started working in the market with the corona times. It is worrisome at me what next can happen. But at the same time, I find that they're motivated enough to do the job. So it is inspiring to see them working in the market. And we have also pivoted. We were a lifestyle company in FMCG. In just last week, we have launched a sanitizer. Sanitizer was never a part of the plan. So how quickly we can pivot and take advantage of sanitizers. Next coming is disinfectants. Then it's coming sprays, which will disinfect when you travel on airlines. All those is a part of the requirement or repertoire of the bag today. Whether you are carrying a woman bag, whether you are carrying a backpack, all this will become a requirement. Today, when you hear stories of people getting corona, most of the people are getting corona when they use a common bathroom. So we all know that. So if a common bathroom is used, so what do you take care of that with all the sanitizer? So you need a self-sanitizer when you use any space or disinfectant. So you'll have a tendency, not only taking a sanitizer, you will also have a tendency of carrying a small disinfectant spray, disinfectant spraying, so that take precaution of not getting into this corona. So you try to avoid that. So that's one thing. The other one is what rituals you're using to stay in productive and positive mindset. So we need to have a growth mindset. What is belief of a growth mindset is that you can learn, grow, and improve any point in time. Some of people, you are above 50, you don't need to really do anything. You just enjoy life. It is not that. Today we all are living longer. We have better quality of life, and there's so much things to do. So we can always learn and grow. Today I'm learning digital. I'm learning Facebook. I am learning YouTube. I am learning how to make my own videos. I'm learning how to create my own videos. I'm learning so many things in the last 1 month. Maybe it was not my requirement when I was CEO, having so many people doing their job, when I had a full-fledged creative team doing. Today, I am one-man army. I decide I need to have full stack knowledge of what I am doing. Because if my video is my weapon, then I know what I have to do through this. Facebook, if I am there, is Facebook only for fun, or Facebook is also for business? If I believe it is for business, I need to know how to use this for business, how to sell it to the people whom I target. So I need to understand the technology. I need to understand the marketing of Facebook. What would it cost to get a customer? What would be cost to keep it with me? So if I don't know this, then I'm not doing the right job. Then I'm outdated. Today, 39 people, more than 35% of the people are using social media time. Maybe now it has gone up. This is 1-year-old data. TV has come down to 55. So with time, TV will further shrink. So, and social media, mobile phone will further go up. So your Instagram, your YouTube, your Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok may go off. We don't know. Those stories are still there in the market, so we'll have to see. But those are going to, so you need to learn. Today, if you don't learn, then you are missing a big opportunity how to market. People will fix mindset with always ever challenges. I like that. I'm enjoying learning this. Of course, it is taking me some time to get into the things, but I'm enjoying. So I'm decided to move out from the fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So what do you need? Why you can improve your growth mindset? I'm quickly touching it because their time is a little bit short. One is mind. So mind is be mindful of your thoughts. You must believe that changes are possible. You must avoid comparing yourself with others. Practice positive self-talk. You can have affirmations. Second is you need to set goals. Set goals, I'm coming later also. You need to learn. Try a new challenge. Like for me, the challenge is making a video, editing it, putting voice, putting music, everything, which I'm not done. I used to tell my colleagues, please go ahead and do it. Today I'm learning that. So so if I can learn, anybody can learn. So that is the way it is. So acceptance that you must surround you with people. People say you are as good as the 5 people you are talking with or living with. So if you want to improve, get people who are your mastermind, who are you can get masterminds who are good in something so that you can improve and go to his level, learn from him. You can go get another fellow who is good in something else. So find people who will be a mastermind and guide you through that process. You really need a mentor in everything. Ask from people who you can trust, and they give you feedback, and you can learn from it. Most of the time we don't hear it. This time when you are at home, it's a good time to listen to those and improve and accept your imperfection. And imperfection is what is acceptable. If you tell your stories as you are, it is acceptable to many. So building a strong mindset, you should have a daily rituals. One could be your goal card. You can have learning and growing. And you also should believe opportunity, not crisis. This is not a crisis. In fact, throughout the world, whenever crisis has happened, the business model has changed, and some people grew extremely rich. Whether it is a world war, whether it is the crisis like whether 2008, our economic downturn which we had, the businesses which really did well was the business which changed paradigm and moved. Even Amazon was a book company. 2008 crisis made Amazon what it is today. So everybody pivots. The crisis are the opportunity when you need to pivot and find out what works well for you. You need to be smart enough to understand what is the story behind it. As I said, success will leave clues. And those are the clues you must pick up quickly. And those are things you need to multiply and encourage and do it. And sometimes find your small wins to keep you happy. So even if today you previously used to have 50 customers, today you have 40. Doesn't matter. At least in this time we are having 40. Like my motorcycles, it stopped for 1 month. Now we have sold 100. I think it's fantastic. It's 50% of what it was last month because I got only 15 days. So it is good recovery. I should not creep. I should have done 200, 250 vehicles. Yes. Next month, maybe yes. But this month, just starting when you are over, not even open for 30% of the time, you're selling more than what it is. I think it's a fantastic thing too that your people are recovering. The people are getting back into their group. You are doing it gradually. And I think that's what matters. So the cyclone derives its power from the calm center. Similarly, does a person. So if you're calm yourself, then you get your power. So what is important is you yourself, not anyone else. So a very important part, most of us don't do goal setting. It is said in 1964 when they did a study in US, 3% to 4% people set their goals and 96% didn't set their goal. That 4%, after 10 years, the income of that 4% was larger than the 96% of the people. So if you have a goal setting model, which is also a technique which you need to do, which you need to work on, and then if you do it and have goals set for yourself, then you are much better, because once you have a goal set, you are having a direction. It's like a GPS. If you want to go from one place to another, suppose you have to go and attend a marriage, what do? You set in the Google, and then it is very easy for you to go. So goal setting is like that. You set the goal where you want to go, set it, then you will find ways to reach. Most of us, we don't do planning. We say planning hum karte hai, that is for 1 year or 2 years. But what you need to look is also long term, have milestones in between and work. And you can pivot, you can change in between as it works or doesn't work. The power of why you want to do it is the power to achieve and leave your risk. So you should look at your goals once you have a goal setting, which is a separate exercise, which almost takes maybe 1 to 2 hours. Some people do it 1 full day goal setting exercise. If you do that, you can find 2-3 goals, have a card, print it and keep in your purse. Look at it every day. It tells you what you want to achieve. And moment you do that, you will evaluate it. You will find milestone to set it. You will take actions to go towards that goal. If you want to be when you're a childhood, if you want to become an MBA, you need to put that I have to do my graduation, then I will do my course or education, like people who do in studies in Kota to get into IIT, because he or she is very clear that I am to get into IIT. If I want to get it, I have to go into Kota, get my best training, education. There is a fair chance I will make into IIT. So